Hi guys, I hope you are ready for the latest K-pop news I have for you today. Girls' Generation Sooyoung recently teased fans with a possible OT8 comeback, and Soewons are totally ready for it. BLACKPINK's Lisa is facing yet another controversy, this time during her birthday celebration in Thailand, and it seems like the maknae is not getting a break from all this negativity. I will also give you an update about the first episode of QUEENDOM 2, and in case you weren't able to watch it live, make sure to keep watching because I can assure you that all the groups successfully heat up the competition. Okay, 소녀시대's Sooyoung recently did an Ask Me Anything event on her Instagram account, and of course, fans didn't miss the chance to ask questions to the idol. A lot of queries came up and Sooyoung had a lot of fun answering them, but one question stood out. Since the OG girl group is about to celebrate its 15th anniversary since debut, one Soewon asked, "Just one word about your 15th anniversary." Sooyoung answered with a simple, "Are you ready?" And who would have thought these 3 words were enough to send fans into overdrive? Soon enough, Soewon started talking about a possible comeback, or even a solo debut courtesy of Sooyoung herself. But most netizens think that the possibility of a Girls' Generation comeback is higher, since the girls had talked about this before. Not to mention how they stayed close to each other even after they parted ways. And for those who are still doubting the possibility of a reunion album, 소녀시대's leader Taeyeon herself made a statement about it prior. During a fan call event, a fan mentioned how it's like the girls' 15th anniversary this year, and of course, she asked whether a Soshi comeback is possible. Taeyeon did not disappoint by answering, "Maybe, I think that's possible." Well, I leave it up to you to connect the dots, but let me give you a piece of advice. Better get ready because I can totally feel a comeback from where I am right now. Seems like Luna's Chu and her agency Blackberry Creative are having trouble in paradise after the idol revealed how she filed a lawsuit against her agency last year. Fans are shocked and no one really knew about the ongoing conflict because Chu still participated during the recording of QUEENDOM 2, where her group is participating. Because of this, Chu is in danger of losing her stage name because it was reported that Blackberry Creative recently applied for a trademark claim over her name. This is actually a common scenario, and a lot of groups were stripped of their stage name after battling heads with their company. Both parties haven't released any statement about the status of Chu's contract and whether she will continue promoting with Luna, but I do hope they tie the loose ends and settle without hurting each other. I know fans would love to see the girls continue with all its members as well, right? Not to mention how Luna's Ibu candidly shared how their agency is experiencing financial difficulties. She shared the sad truth during the first episode of QUEENDOM 2, and it breaks my heart knowing how these hardworking girls have to endure all of this. Speaking more about it, Ibu continued by saying, "When I saw the comments under the articles, there were many that said what a bummer, they can totally rise more. It was hard to look at the pitiful gaze people gave us." While another member, Heejin, also said, "We were very scared. We didn't know whether we would be able to continue our career or not." I do hope they gain more popularity through the show because they are super talented and deserve more recognition. K-Nets should stop sleeping on talent and start standing Luna. Speaking of QUEENDOM 2, Mnet's most anticipated show had finally kicked off and fans worldwide were treated to some of the best performances from the top girl groups today. However, one of the most talked about stages was Hyolin's Touch My Body medley, and I bet all Star One were reliving the glory days of C-Star. Dubbed as the Summer Queens, Hyolyn was able to give justice to her group's reputation by bringing in the tropics through her performance, and believe me, the stage was sizzling hot after she performed. BBG's stage also trended worldwide, especially after they made an emotional tribute to 2 G-Friend hit songs. Performing Time for the Moonlight and Rough with only 3 members, buddies were crying all over Twitter, especially after their faves met their unexpected disbandment last year. This man summarized the emotional roller coaster everyone experienced, saying, quote, "BBG really got everyone crying over the performance. It was that emotional." And for the record, not only fans were bawling their eyes off, since even Hyuna, who watched the show live via television, shared how she wasn't able to stop her tears as well. Anyway, good job, BBG. I'm looking forward to your next performance, and I know it'll be legendary as always. Blackpink's maknae is facing yet another controversy, and honestly, can people just give Lisa a break? This time Lisa was criticized after she celebrated her birthday in Thailand, and netizens thought it was too extravagant. In case you weren't in the loop, what happened was Lisa flew to Thailand to spend time with her loved ones during her special day, and while the maknae was being merry and happy with her family, anti-fans zoomed in on the luxury items she was wearing. Why? Well, I don't know either, but Lisa's Bulgari earrings and branded gift caught the attention of these antis, and while receiving gifts from fans isn't really a problem, things changed after YG announced last year that the girls wouldn't be accepting expensive gifts from Korean blinks, which is why Lisa is being criticized for allegedly flying to Thailand with the purpose of making an excuse so that she can say yes to the gifts her fans would be giving her. However, fans were quick to shut down the accusations, saying that most gifts were common items like candles, puzzles, flowers, and handwritten letters, and the only expensive item is the camera of the female idol's favorite brand. Honestly, haters should just focus on themselves and let Lisa breathe. The maknae is just living her life to the fullest, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Next up, Henry drew flack after it was reported that he will be joining the new season of JTBC's Begin Again. He will be joining several well-known dancers, some of whom competed on the Mnet dance competition program Street Woman Fighter, such as Aiki, Leah Kim, Lee Jung, Park Hae-rim, and more on the show. But the audience wanted him to be dropped in the lineup, and here's why. Most viewers think that it was ungrateful for the Super Junior M member to focus more on his Chinese activities and even showing support to China when it's obvious that he gained his popularity after appearing in mainstream Korean shows. This was not the first time Henry received such a huge amount of backlash from K-nets, because he was also on the receiving end of Koreans' wrath when he was appointed as ambassador of the Mappo police station. According to Korean netizens, they believe Henry is not suitable to be an ambassador due to his recent pro-China activities, which is a very sensitive issue for Koreans. As of now, Henry nor JTBC has issued a statement about the matter. Moving on to another Super Junior member, this time leader Etook called out a poser and warned elves not to be fooled. Etook took the matter through his Instagram, where he shared a screenshot of the conversation he had with someone who was pretending to be him. The leader kept the caption short but straightforward by saying, quote, "Please stop pretending to be me." He also shared how elves were trying to tell him how someone who assumed to be him was contacting numerous fans, which was a big no-no. Etook is actually no newbie when it comes to incidents like this, since he had faced hackers in the past who tried to hack his account every single day. Imagine how stressful that might be. This is the reason why he always calls out people like this, and making sure their ill intentions will never go unnoticed. I'm calling all ones out there since you guys need to hear about this. It was reported that Twice's Nyan is set to make a solo debut, and I have the latest update about her most anticipated music release. The rumor started when someone leaked about a mini album that happened in Weibo, one of China's biggest social media platforms. In case you are wondering how Nyan got involved, well, the leaks say that a singer with the name Na under JYP Entertainment is set to release a mini album this year, and it's pretty obvious who the idol they are referring to, right? As expected, it didn't last that long before everyone knew about the possible Nyan solo debut, and fans were talking about it non-stop. Not to mention how it became one of the trending topics on Weibo with a whopping 60 million views and counting. In the midst of everything, this once tweeted saying, quote, "Nyan solo will add another 10 years to my lifespan." And I can totally relate, since isn't it about time she takes center stage as a soloist? JYP, you better get this girl her mini album, because fans have been waiting for so long. What do you guys think? Are you excited for a Sonyeoside comeback? How about a possible Nyan solo release? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to stay tuned for more. See you!